Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn y como siempre, I'm so grateful you are here. Welcome to this higher self energy reading where we are gaining a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of the overall energies of the upcoming couple of weeks as we approach the new moon in Virgo, taking place on September 14th, 15th, depending on where you are in the world, 2023. So we're absolutely going to be tapping into the energies of this upcoming Virgo new moon. I have already cleansed myself, cleansed my space, cleansed the decks, and have received some messages for us. I am going to go ahead and see if there are other messages for us through this reading. I do want to make a disclaimer that I do live in the city and I do have the window open because it feels so nice outside. So I'm setting the intention that we will remain centered and grounded throughout this reading, as there may not be some neighborly noises in the background. I also set the intention that all the messages gained from this reading are dedicated to the growth, the healing, the awakening, the ascension of all beings in all places. And I also lastly set the intention that those who are meant to receive the messages from this reading align to this video. So if you align to this video, welcome again. So grateful you are here. There may be some messages that you are meant to hear. If you would like to cleanse yourself, your space to really open yourself up to receive these messages, please go ahead and do so. Make yourself some tea, light some incense, and grab a journal and a pen so you can write down the messages that really resonate with you and your spirit. So let's see what the upcoming couple of weeks look like, feel like, some guidance to help us journey through the next couple of weeks as our higher selves and see what this Virgo new moon has in store. Okay, I'm gonna light some incense here to remain cleansed and purified through this reading, as well as to serve as my timer. All right. What is the overall energy for the upcoming couple of weeks? What's the overall energy for the upcoming couple of weeks? What's the overall energy of the upcoming couple of weeks as we progress towards the Virgo new moon, again, taking place on September 14th? We had a couple extra cards come out, but let's see what messages we got as I prepped for this reading. We got the star ancestor to follow the voice of your soul. I have really been sensing that now is the time for us to really integrate our spiritual understandings, our spiritual wisdom, our spiritual inner knowings into our daily lives, into our human experience. How is your spiritual self assisting your human self, especially during this season of your life where you may be needing to really rely less on what the external circumstances are telling you, showing you, and more on what your spirit is telling you and showing you. Also, really holding space and calling upon your ancestors, your loving ancestors, just to gift you some of my understandings regarding calling upon our ancestors. You may notice that in the times where I do share certain prayers or readings where I go ahead and start my prayers, my affirmations with angels, loving ancestors, sacred ones, guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, Most High, I call on you and welcome you here now. I specifically say loving ancestors because there are certain ancestors that may not have the best intentions, may not have the most loving energy because of the human experience that they had in their human incarnation, because of the way in which they may have transitioned from this realm I am just recommending that you specifically call upon your loving ancestors, the ancestors who are really desiring to support you, who are truly, sincerely desiring to see you win and succeed and be abundant and prosperous in all the ways that they may have or may have not experienced in their human incarnation. And also extending love towards the ancestors who may not be so loving, and letting them know that you are coming towards all of your ancestors with the purest of intentions, and you would love for your ancestors and for all the loved ones who have transitioned to continue to experience life through you in the most loving way. Anyways, I just felt called to share that little tidbit, but call upon your ancestors, and don't just think about the ancestors that are from your lineage, like your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, etc., but also think of the ancestors in the stars, the ancestors in the galaxies, in the universes, in other kingdoms, right? Not just the human kingdom, but the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. Call upon all the ancestors to really assist you in stepping into these different archetypes that may be assisting you, these different energies that may really help you navigate through this season, through these upcoming next couple of weeks. We also got the Spirit Fox. To trust your talents in changing times, to really trust yourself and trust that you are enough. Trust that the talents and the gifts that you currently have are your superpowers in assisting you in navigating and journeying through this season of your life, and through what is to come. Are you trusting yourself? Are you trusting your talents? Are you turning inward and really calling forth your gifts? Are you really exploring your gifts and discovering what your talents and gifts are? Have this spirit of trusting yourself, trusting that you have all you need within you as you are growing through changes and changing times and a changing season. Also, the Earth Mother, I feel, if I'm not mistaken, this card also showed up in the last reading a couple of weeks ago as we were approaching the full moon, the super full moon at the end of August. The Earth Mother, to feel loved and comforted. This is a very grounding energy, a very feminine energy, an energy we're really just being encouraged to comfort ourselves in feminine energy, to nourish ourselves, to love on ourselves and others and nature and our environment and our home. With this very feminine, nourishing, nurturing energy, to really allow yourself to, this is a very self-soothing time. You may have found yourself needing to soothe yourself as you are growing through certain experiences. Also, just know that just in general, Mother Earth is always here supporting you. There is enough evidence for us that she is in the ground, the floor beneath us, supporting us, giving us a land to walk upon that is just so sacred and so supportive and just so beautiful, that Mother Earth is gifting us this home, gifting us this land, gifting us this beauty, gifting us this medicine, gifting us this space to be able to live and experience our human incarnation. There's so much evidence all around us that shows us that this beautiful Earth Mother, motherly, nurturing, feminine energy surrounds us and is supporting us at all times. So turn to that energy. Turn to Earth Mother. Turn to this feminine energy to assist you in moving through changing times, challenging times, times of uncertainty. We've also got the Spring card here, though we are transitioning into the season of fall, of autumn very soon. There is this very similar energy between spring and autumn where we are seeing the seeds grow, right? We do witness a lot of bloom in the season of spring, but we also witness a lot of bloom in the season of fall too, because fall season is harvest season, right? We got all these vegetables, we've got all of these, pumpkins. This is a time where you are going to see your harvest, right? You are going to witness, especially with this upcoming Virgo new moon, it is going to be a time where we are going to arrive to certain clarities. We are going to arrive to certain manifestations that we may have been anticipating. We may have been really investing our time and energy into. Trust that you soon will see certain seeds grow, flourish, and you will be receiving fruits of your labor. We've also got the peacekeeper, to let go of the need to be right. Right now is a time of adaptability, of flexibility, being able to adapt to different circumstances, to different outcomes, to different possibilities is really important. Right now is not the time to be fixated. Right now is the time to surrender to what is and to let go of what is not, of what didn't turn out the way that you expected, the way that you anticipated, the way that you had hoped and wished and prayed for. Know that life never really always turns out the way that we expect, right? We really need to develop that skill and ability to be flexible with the outcomes of life, and trust that the outcomes of life are serving our highest good, are gifting us certain lessons that we need to learn, are opening up doors to lead us, right? Like the path, just because we didn't receive a certain outcome in the way that we anticipated doesn't necessarily mean that we're not receiving that ultimate outcome at all. There may be a different path that you need to take to arrive to that outcome that you are desiring. So don't be so fixated on the path, on the ways in which you will receive that outcome. Trust the detours, trust the delays, trust the changes in direction, and let go of your need to be right. Keep the peace, right? Like really prioritize your peace at this time. And if you being stubborn, if you being fixated is disturbing your peace, let that go. Don't let your ego get in the way of you experiencing peace right now, just because your ego is telling you like, oh, it didn't work out this way, so that means it's never going to work out. Oh, this didn't happen, that means you're not worthy. No, don't give into those thoughts that aren't serving you. That isn't your true self speaking to you. Keep the peace. Be the peacekeeper. Have that energy. And also, we've got the direction guardian, to choose your path. Have you been kind of wishy-washy? Have you been on this teeter-totter of energies where it's like sometimes you're having the faith and sometimes you're not? Sometimes you're keeping the peace and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you believe in yourself and sometimes you don't. That is very valid, because it's very much so part of the human experience, and we do have to fall to get back up and fall again and get back up. So we continue to strengthen our faith and our inner knowings and our intuition. But now is the time to really become conscious of that, right? Now is the time for us to be really consciously aware of, no, like I am choosing the direction of keeping the faith, of trusting life, of believing in myself no matter what, no matter the circumstance, no matter the outcome, no matter what happens. I have faith. I am trusting. I am believing in myself and in the divine intelligence that creates and sustains all life. Choose your path. What path are you taking mentally, physically, and spiritually? Okay. Now, should any challenges or obstacles perceived challenges, perceived obstacles arise in the upcoming couple of weeks as we approach the Virgo New Moon? What energies are we encouraged to tap into, to become aware of, to welcome, to embrace? Okay, beautiful. So we've got the energy of embracing itself, which is really beautiful because this word actually has been coming up for me a lot. Like, should any challenges be arising in your life in this moment, any perceived obstacles be presenting themselves to you, be consciously aware of what it is that you are embracing. What thoughts are you embracing? What mindsets, what energies, what feelings, what timelines are you embracing? We're being encouraged to embrace the present moment, to embrace what is, to embrace acceptance. That's really what's been coming up for me, for myself, and also to deliver to you now, is to embrace acceptance. Accept the challenge. Accept the perceived obstacle. Not in a way of like defeat, right? It's not surrender. It's not an embrace where it's like, all right, I give up. Like maybe actually sometimes it is good to give up on certain things. Giving up doubt, giving up worry, giving up stress, giving up like being, again, fixated, as I was mentioning, being fixated on things having to work out a certain way. Embrace just accepting how life is unfolding. Embrace the challenge that is being presented towards you, because the sooner that you embrace the present moment, the sooner that you accept what is and stop turning a blind eye, stop shoving things under the rug, stop avoiding, stop resisting. The sooner that you stop doing all of that, and the sooner that you embrace acceptance, the sooner that you'll be able to move forward to solutions, right? The longer that you avoid, the longer that you will be in that avoidance, the longer that you delay the solutions in your life. Embrace acceptance, embrace what is no longer. Embrace what did not happen. Accept what did not happen, right? Again, not in a way where it's like, okay, it didn't happen, it's never going to happen for me. No, not that kind of energy, okay? The energy of like, man, that didn't happen for me. It didn't happen for me for a reason. I'm being redirected to a different direction, to a different path, to a different doorway. I know, I have faith. I am trusting that there is divine intervention at play, right? Stand still. Stillness will serve you at this time. It's interesting because sometimes when we feel like we need to make all these moves, we need to create all these choices, we need to take control, is actually the time where we need to just chill. We need to stand still. We need to really take a moment to embrace acceptance, embrace the present, and just be, right? Because it is in these moments of stillness, it is in these moments of calm, it is in these moments of silence and peace where we actually open ourselves up to receive greater clarity. When we busy ourselves too much, that's when we fog our minds. Purification. I love when we receive this card, because every time we receive this card, I just feel like it's a reminder that the challenges, the perceived obstacles are all intending to purify us, right? When certain challenges arise, we are being gifted the opportunity to purify ourselves of something. When a perceived obstacle arises mentally, physically, and or spiritually, we are being gifted the opportunity to purify ourselves through that obstacle. If we notice, for example, that there's a certain insecurity that's coming up, if we notice, for example, that there's a certain toxic unhealthy pattern or cycle that keeps repeating itself in our lives, it's coming up to the surface so that we can really see it, right? We can really become aware of it, because we can only change what we are aware of. If we're not aware of a certain cycle or challenge or perceived obstacle, if we're not aware of it, how are we going to be able to change it? It's just going to keep happening because we're not aware of it, or we're subconsciously or habitually just pretending to not be aware of it and just ignore it. But again, like I said, the longer that we ignore it and don't embrace acceptance, the longer that we're just going to keep experiencing that unhealthy cycle, that unhealthy pattern, that experience that is not serving your highest good, our highest good. So allow yourself to be purified through what comes up in your human experience. And know that what comes up is intending to be detoxed from your being, from your life. And the only way that you are going to allow for it to be fully detoxed, fully purified, is if you allow yourself to be fully aware of it. Is if you confront it, is if you finally accept that this is happening. Okay, what is happening? This is happening. Why is this happening? Get curious about it without falling into victim, without creating a home or identity out of it, and just get curious as to when has this happened in the past in my life? Are there certain things that trigger this? Has there been past experiences in my life where something similar like this has happened? And what can I do to change this? What can I do to no longer repeat this? What lessons, right? Like stepping into that role, that character of being an alchemist and alchemizing a challenge, a perceived obstacle into an opportunity to grow, into an opportunity to purify and detox yourself and ascend to higher timelines. We've also got freedom here. Everything that I mentioned here is all going to assist you in freeing yourself from the challenge, from the perceived obstacle. You embracing the present, you embracing acceptance, you allowing yourself to become aware, you realizing that every experience in your life is an opportunity to grow, to ascend, to evolve. All of that is you liberating yourself. All of that is a reflection, is a reflection of self-liberation. Lastly, but not leastly, we've got blessings. Adopt the perception that the challenges, the perceived obstacles are all blessings. It may not feel like it in the moment. It may feel like a curse, if anything, but know that one day you're going to look back and be like, man, this was actually a blessing because it helped me learn this lesson, because it made me realize XYZ, because it turned into wisdom that not only I can give myself in the future and in the now, but I can also give this wisdom to those that I love, to my descendants. All of life is a blessing. Every experience is a blessing as long as you allow it to be so. You are the one that has the power to claim something a blessing. If you say this is a blessing in my life, it is a blessing in your life. If you say it is a curse in your life, it is a curse in your life. Your word is powerful. Okay? Word is bond. Like, claim, declare that all in your life is a blessing and allow it to be so. Believe it to be so with your whole being. All right. What is the collective being called to heal at this time in the next couple of weeks in this upcoming season? As we approach and progress into the Virgo New Moon, what is the collective being called to heal? Okay, we've got slow but steady. Again, very similar to the stillness card that we got earlier. we are transitioning into the seasons again of fall and winter, right? We're stepping into these seasons where it's a bit slower, we're going to, slow medicine is where it's at right now. Long story short, slow medicine is where it's at right now. Slow down the thoughts, slow down the pace, slow down the eating, slow down the speaking. Slow down so you can observe, so you can reflect, so you can really make decisions and choices that feel in alignment to what your intuition is telling you, what your higher self is telling you, where your ancestors are directing you. Stripping illusions. What illusions are you giving into right now? Are you giving into the illusion of separation, that you are separate from greatness, that you are separate from abundance, that you are separate from prosperity, that you are separate from success, that you are separate from God, from source, from great spirit, from creator, from the most high, from the almighty, whatever higher power it is, however it is that you want to word it? Are you giving into the illusion of separation? Are you giving into the illusion that you are the victim, into the illusion that nothing's working out? No, everything is working out. You are an expression of God, an expression of the Most High. Therefore, you are not separate from the Most High. The Most High is being expressed through you. You are a unique expression of the one that is, of the divine. Right now is a time for you to strip illusions, right? Slow down so you can realize what illusions you are giving into. We've also got sexual energy. I believe that this card also came up in the last reading, which is very interesting. Sexual energy is healing, creative energy, right? Because sex leads to creation. Sexual energy is creative energy. So sexual energy and creative energy are very healing at this time, right? And it's also a very feminine energy, as well as masculine, right? It's a co-creation of masculine and feminine. Do you need to do some healing surrounding your sexuality and sexual energy? Does your sacral chakra need to be healed? Do you have wounds in your womb? Are there wounds in your womb? Take a moment to reflect on your relationship with your sexuality. Take a moment to reflect on your current relationship with creativity. How can you alchemize the sexual energy and creative energy into energy that is healing for you, into medicine? New day, new moon, new day, right? Behold, I make all things new. I've really been in this moment in my spiritual path where I've been seeing the bigger picture, seeing the clarity, seeing the ultimate truth behind certain biblical verses. And one that just really comes up for me is, behold, I make all things new. Us really having the power to make all things new. Us having the ability to make all things new at any given moment. You can choose to renew yourself. You don't have to be attached to who you were a couple months ago, last week, yesterday, even 5 minutes ago. Like, you can literally choose to be renewed at any given moment. And the truth is that every now moment is new. Every now moment is renewed. Your body, your cells constantly renewing themselves. Life is the energy of constant renewal and rebirth and growth, right? We are meant to be in this energy of, behold, I make all things new. Behold, I make all things new. So what are you making new right now? How are you making yourself new? How are you making your mindset new? How are you making your environment new? How are you making your direction new? Step into this medicine of renewal. Teaching Adopt this perception, this perspective that every experience is teaching you something. That will be very healing for you. It's like, oh, life is teaching me in every moment I am being taught. Be the humble student of life and allow yourself to be taught by every experience, by every situation. And you will grow, right? Everything that I shared here, everything that I have shared here in this reading so far is assisting your growth. Allow yourself to grow, receive these messages, and know that it is all assisting your growth. Know that all that you are experiencing right now is assisting your growth if you allow it to, right? Because a lot of the times we don't realize how we get in the way of our own growth, how we get in the way of our own renewal, how we get in the way of our own healing. What is the collective being called to surrender in the upcoming couple of weeks? What is the collective being called to surrender in the upcoming couple of weeks? Okay, let's get into this, y'all. Also, forgot to bring this up, but when it comes to challenges and perceived obstacles, tune into the energy of forgiveness. Do you have to, who do you have to forgive? Forgive the challenge, forgive yourself, forgive your past selves, forgive your ancestors, forgive your parents, forgive certain friends, loved ones who you feel may have led you to these challenges, led you to these illusions. Tune into this energy of forgiveness. Embrace forgiveness, okay? All right, let's get into these surrender cards. Surrender your attachment to results. I love this so much because I know that this came up earlier in the reading and I really feel like this is so important right now. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Trust that your best is enough. Trust that as you do the best that you can each and every single day, at the end of the day, surrender to the outcome, surrender to the results. I did my best today, the best that I could, knowing that your best each day, each given day isn't going to be the same. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit more, sometimes it's going to be a little bit less. Just do your best and allow that to be enough. Trust that that is enough and surrender your attachment to results. Surrender to receiving support and love. Again, that earth mother energy, that feminine energy that we talked about earlier and the overall energy. Allow love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness. Again, we have that emphasis of stillness coming up. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Tell me those surrender cards weren't perfect, right? Okay, I'm not going to shuffle for more affirmation cards because we got quite a bit here. So let's bring this reading full circle and get into these affirmations. My thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. My future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. I love that so much. I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Each moment of the day is special to me as I follow my higher instincts and listen to my heart. I am at peace with my world and affairs. Life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. I now receive my good from unexpected and expected sources. I am an unlimited being, accepting from unlimited source in an unlimited way. I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams. I am worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. I'm willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. Lastly, but not leastly, I am willing to forgive. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. Those affirmations were perfect. They really just rounded out this whole reading in such a beautiful, synchronistic, serendipitous way. And I'm just so grateful to all the divine for using me as a vessel, voice, and vehicle to relay these messages to you all. I pray that you are walking away from this reading feeling greater clarity, comfort, and confidence in some way, shape, or form. I would love to know which messages really resonated with you in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for being here. If you watched this whole reading, I just cherish you and I'm so grateful to have been brought into your present moment. Thank you for receiving this. Thank you for opening your heart. Thank you for investing your time and energy in this way. I will put timestamps on this video so you can revisit this video if you feel so inspired throughout the upcoming couple of weeks. Again, as we progress towards the Virgo New Moon on September 14th, 15th. And make sure to look out for my journaling prompts video on my channel for further guidance. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Blessed Virgo New Moon. Blessed upcoming couple of weeks. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my any of my videos and you join this beautiful grind community. Bye.